Some things are not worth answering, because the moment you answer them, you give them life. Silence versus reaction. Self-command versus emotional bait. Most people never realize that the moment they answer the wrong thing, they stop protecting their peace and start protecting their ego. And that is exactly what provocation is designed to do. Not every insult is accidental. Not every message deserves your attention. Some are meant to pull you off center, to make you speak from irritation instead of principle, because a single reply can cost more than the message itself. The real danger is not the insult. It is the habit of treating every offense like it deserves importance. And once that habit forms, your peace becomes easy to disturb. Every impulsive response reveals more than you think. It reveals your position, your emotions, and your need to be understood. Inner authority versus outer pressure. Calm versus compulsion. Epictetus would say that freedom begins the moment you stop being moved by every external demand. Because when you answer too fast, you teach people something dangerous, that they can reach you through irritation, guilt, or confusion. That is the hidden cost of over-answering. You are not just communicating, you are leaking control. If you keep answering everything, you stay trapped in other people's moods while your own life keeps waiting. And once people learn they can pull you off center, they will keep trying. The first trap is the most obvious one, answering disrespect as if it deserves your energy. The first trap is answering disrespect, sarcasm, or cheap provocation as if it deserves your full attention. Strength versus ego. Dignity versus defensiveness. Not every disrespectful comment needs correction because some people are not looking for truth. They are looking for reaction. The strongest man does not treat every insult like a battlefield. He understands that when he answers everything, he becomes a servant to other people's moods. Most people never realize that the person who wins the argument often loses the peace. Marcus Aurelius understood this well. Calm is not passivity. It is the refusal to let someone else set your emotional temperature. And when you stop answering disrespect, something else often appears. Guilt, pressure, and explanation disguised as concern. The second trap is over-explaining yourself to people who already decided. They ask questions in bad faith. They accuse. They doubt. And instead of standing firm, you answer with long explanations as if clarity will save you. Self-respect versus approval, clarity versus performance. But over-explaining is often just begging to be understood by someone who already chose not to understand you. That weakens your presence. It makes you look emotionally available to manipulation. A disciplined man does not build his life around defending himself to people committed to misreading him. What separates the calm from the chaotic is not the perfect explanation. It is the refusal to keep offering one where none is needed. And this same weakness shows up everywhere else too, in every message, every call, and every emotional pull you feel obligated to answer. The third trap is being reachable to everyone at all times. Answering instantly out of anxiety. Replying to every emotional breadcrumb. Treating every notification like a command. Availability versus self-command. Noise versus silence. Constant responsiveness fractures attention and trains the nervous system to live outside itself instead of within itself. The hidden cost is simple. Your peace becomes interruptible. Most people never realize that the man who cannot delay his response is often the man who cannot keep his focus. And the Stoics understood this clearly. If you do not govern your attention, someone else will. But the answer is not to ignore everything. The answer is to become selective. To ask one question before responding, does this deserve my energy or is it only trying to steal it? The goal is not to become cold, it is to become selective. Reaction versus principle. Impulse versus discipline. Stoicism does not ask you to stay silent for the sake of silence. It asks you to answer with right action at the right time for the right reason. Marcus Aurelius and Seneca would both ask a better question than your emotions ever will. Not, how do I answer this feeling? But does answering this serve my character? That one question changes everything. Pause before you respond. Ask if the message deserves your energy. Refuse to answer what only drains you. Because the hidden cost of answering too quickly is a life where your mood belongs to anyone who can disturb it. And the stronger you become, the less you need to react. The final step is learning to become unavailable to chaos. The point is not to win every exchange. It is to become the kind of man who no longer needs to. The weak man reacts immediately, explains endlessly, and answers every provocation as if his peace depends on it. The strong man protects his peace and responds only when it is necessary. He delays the reply. He questions the motive. He lets silence do its work when silence is wiser than speech. That is where character changes. Your life changes when your responses stop being emotional reflexes and start becoming disciplined choices. So choose one thing you will stop answering today. One bait, one insult, one message, one pressure.